Look at that beauty. Hello my friends. Thought I'd make a quick little video on the heels of, not the heels, but the last couple of days ago we had the full moon. And I usually feel the energy is pretty harsh, either in the beginning of the full moon phase or the ending of the full moon phase. So I usually try to prepare myself and make sure that I'm staying in my heart chakra as often as possible. But yeah, it was like 2 mornings ago, it really hit me hard. First thing in the morning, just coming out of bed, and my wife and I, we usually meditate first thing in the morning, and I usually get up at 5 o'clock with the sun, and she noticed something must have been irritating me because, you know, I usually, oh well, I never wake up in a bad mood. I'm a morning kind of guy, so I usually don't wake up, you know, in a bad mood. But when she saw my face, because when I get irritated, my face gets a little bit like, kind of like, you know, squunched up or whatever. But yeah, my eyebrows just trying to frown a little bit, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No, I can feel it, and I can just feel the irritations, man." But yeah, so, and then on top of that, I was listening to, I think it's Why So Serious. She feels the energies pretty intensely when it comes to the sun. Actually, she could see them. I could feel it. I think she sees these flares coming in, and she could see the colors of them. So she's really in tune with that. And so she just put out a heads up on one coming up. I think on the 20. I can't remember if it was the 24th or 26th, but somewhere around there. So yeah, it's coming up, and so just want to give you guys a little heads up. And I apologize. It's pretty hot out here today, and I apologize also if you guys hear some noise in the background. I usually come to this park all the time, and it's usually pretty quiet. But for some strange reason today, there's a church seminar over there, and there's a guy talking on a microphone, loud microphone. So I apologize if you hear that. But anyway, today I want to talk about UFOs, guys. Now, if you already know, disclosure already happened years ago. The guys in the trenches who have been seeing these things in the sky, seeing these things in the radar, whether they be, you know, air traffic controllers, pilots, and so on and so forth. Back in 2001, they made complete disclosure about the things that they were seeing. And what did they do? 9/11 happened, and that whole thing, just nobody even paid attention. Sincerely, guys, I just want to, you know, make sure that there's no misunderstanding about, you know, trying to put a negative spin on beings from other planets, because that's what they've been trying to do to brainwash humanity for eons, or for, you know, decades anyway. You know, with the TV and all that, and movies, and, you know, usually when you see something that has to do with beings from other planets, they're, you know, projected in a very negative, monstrous type of ways. Now, I'm not saying that there's not any negative beings out there, because there are, and those are the ones who have been controlling the puppets in our planet. You know, whether it be the financial puppets, the political puppets, those that, you know, control the food industry, those that control the medical industry. It's all wrapped up. It's all one unit that they use to control the human population. And of course, you know, media is a big part of that, because what's out in the media, what's out in the news, people, you know, take as fact. Not so much nowadays, though. So the real news is, you know, people posting on YouTube and, you know, trying to disclose information. And I'm sure you guys probably know David Wilcock and Corey Goode. If you don't, you might want to check out Edge of Wonder. There's a couple of guys on there, really cool. They've been spreading the truth, you know, putting a lot of this information out so that people can understand Some of it's heavy duty, and I get it. But that's why it's important not to, get too sucked into the negative part of it, and always stay in your heart, because that's what they feed on. That's what they feed on, are human emotions, and they expect for you to get scared. They expect for you to feel completely terrorized, and that's the key. Just don't even go there. They reject love, so if you can understand that, and understand the power of the frequency of love, and that's why it's so important to stay in your heart, then they cannot touch you. They cannot touch you. Now I get it. It's hard, especially if you're being attacked in your dreams or something like that. And if you're not lucid in your dreams, you can get really caught up into the fear projection that they're putting out on you. But you can throw that back in their face, and I mean this with all love and respect to the reptilians and the Dracos. They have their purpose in life, so I don't want to send any disrespect. I know some of them don't like me because they know what I'm about, but not all of them have, not every single race is negative, if you want to say it that way, okay? There are parts of each race who have evolved into a higher state of consciousness. I personally am aware of this because I have been able to save a couple that are trying to attack me. And this is possible if you stay in your heart frequency. If you don't let the negative thoughts manipulate your mind, manipulate your frequency, bring your vibrations down where they are more in control, then you got it. So this is why I say it's really key to stay in your heart. It's really key to drink lots of water. Try to be outdoors as much as you can. Connect with nature. Connect with the trees. Connect with the water. Just the elements. It's so important in these times, because this is really the mass awakening, and people are either going to go super crazy, or you're going to be okay. This is not too bad. You can feel yourself rising up more and more, and you're not getting caught up in the drama. You're feeling more bursts of love throughout the day, and you could just be walking outside and just take a deep breath. And you could feel it. You could feel that expansion. You could feel it. But you got to do the work. You got to do the work. Don't get caught up in the drama. If they try to spin any kind of negative thing on beings from other planets, take that as a flag to let you know that this is not for real. Because the real disclosure are us. We are the ones who are staying true to humanity, true to the planet. It's not. I get it. It's not easy. People, the way they've got the system locked down with TV and phones and all that stuff. There's so many distractions to keep people in that lower vibration. But you got to do the work. You got to be out here. You got to put your feet in the soil. Drink lots of water. Go in the water. Breathe. 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 That's the biggest thing. Breathe into your heart. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to say that real quick, because it's with these energies really starting to going to be picking up in the next couple of days, you might be feeling some serious vibrations going through your body. You might get triggered, so just be on your heads up. I apologize for my sweatiness, but that's the way it goes. So yeah, and I'm sure you guys probably heard from I was listening on the radio. They were talking, and I've never heard anything. People are actually talking about UFOs on the radio, and I guess because the Navy admitted about a about some footage that was taken, and they basically authenticated it, saying it was real. So I am happy about that. The Navy came out and said that. Where it goes from there, I don't know, but I like the Navy. I went into the Navy just before the first Gulf War to join the teams, but that's a different story. But I'm really happy to see, it's slowly starting to, well, not slowly, it's really starting to pick up pace now in terms of what's going on in all arenas, whether it be political, financial, even in the food industry. And it's sad to see what's going on with our farms today. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. We're starting to see a lot more positive things moving along. I think hemp is a great thing for our planet, to get off of fossil fuels, get off of plastics, make hempcrete for our homes. I mean, so many things you can do. So anyway, with that, guys, I'm gonna leave it here. Just wanted to make this quick video and just put my love out to you guys. Please take a walk out in the trees. If you can get in some water, take a bath, a nice soaker with some Epsom salt, and just sit and be and breathe. Take some time, even if it's just 5 minutes, guys. All right, guys? So I love you, and keep doing your thing, keep breathing, and I'll be in touch. Much love.